Hi, everybody. It's me, Tracy Lawanda. I'm just stopping by to share my inner thoughts with you on this brand new day, the 1st of January, the 1st of June, 2020. It's a new day and it's a new month. And I'm just so very grateful to yet still be alive, to be able to speak in the atmosphere, right? To be able to share my inner thoughts. That means that I'm clothed in my right mind. So I'm very thankful unto our Abba Father for showing new mercy and his new grace unto me as well as you on this day that he has made. Amen. I just wanted to talk to you and basically give a testimony. You know, it says that we overcome by our testimonies, right? To give a testimony about my experience with marijuana, chronic ganja addiction. So, I smoked. I remember my very first introduction, per se, to marijuana. And when I took my first inhale of the joint at that time, that's what we used to use zigzags, or we would smoke it in a pipe, you know. Um, that's how we consumed um, the marijuana, right? So we would roll it in a zigzag and smoke it. And I remember it being a feeling of a relaxing, calm, mellow state of being. Um, and when I did indulge in it, it also, whatever was going on around me, whatever troubles there was going on around me, I kind of tuned it out because I was in this other zone. I was in this other state of being, right? Because of the marijuana, the ganja, the chronic, the gush gush, you know, it took me to another place in time. So, my first encounter with it, just smoked it every now and again, there was nothing major. And then I found myself needing to have it, yearning for it, thinking about it, desiring it, and from that first try of it, it then became something that I desired and that I felt that I needed. And that need then became an addiction. Like I had to have it 24/7, 365 days out of the year, basically. And it became an addiction, and it was an addiction in my life for about 14 and a half years. I was addicted to the gush gush. I was addicted to the ganja. But in that time and in that season and in that era when I was smoking, the marijuana was different, right? It was more like naturally type based. You grew it, you allowed it to get its sun rays and the water and the fertilization, to allow it to become a nice plant. You would then allow it to dry out, and then you would take the butts from it, right? And package it however you package it. And it was more on a natural uh, herb. It was a natural herb, I should say. So back in that time and in that era, um, let me see how I want to word it. Again, it was just all natural. It was pure. It was a pure natural herb, right? And like I said, I was addicted for 14 and a half years, every day, all day. I gave my money to the one that sold me the product, right? I would give my money to that individual. And I'm not talking about, the song I got five on it. No, I didn't play that. I ain't got five on nothing. I got 25 on it, $50 on it, $100 on it. I needed to have my own. I ain't got five. I ain't got time to go halves with nobody on nothing. I want my own stash, right? Because that's how I smoke. So I had to buy the half, half sacks. I had to buy, you know, the pound basically at times of weed. Uh, uh, yeah. I spent a lot of money on my addiction, right? Um, and then I'm very thankful that now, I have been, what, about 20 years marijuana free, ganja free. Um, but it wasn't easy, you know what I'm saying? When I first stopped smoking, I said, I ain't doing this no more. I'm good. I'm not doing it no more. And it would last for about a couple of days. And then I would go back, to get that, $25 bag, $50 bag, $100 bag. Oh, I'm good. I ain't doing this no more. I'm good. And it was like a cycle until one day I was really good. You know what I'm saying? And I'm thankful to Jah. I'm thankful to my Abba Father. I'm thankful to Yah way for being my intercession, for allowing me to not crave an addiction that I was addicted to for a lot of 14 years is a long time. Um, so I'm very thankful. And I'm speaking now to the newer generation. I'm not just talking about young folks because they're OGs that still be grinding on that grind. You know what I'm saying? That still be smoking that gush gush. That still be smoking that ganja. And it's okay. You know what I'm saying? It's okay. But I was listening to a Rasta man today, and he said, and we know that Rastafarians, especially from the actual land of Jamaica, when they smoke, they smoke. They don't play. Okay, all day, every day, like burning it, right? Burning it to the fingers, to your fingers are yellow. Okay, um, burning it. You know what I mean? But this Rastafarian, this Rasta man said that he says, I don't smoke because I don't like to consume fire. I was like, whoa, whoa, because we know what fire does, right? Um, Fire burns, right? Fire destroys, right? Um, Fire kills. You know what I'm saying? Um, Fire burns down. And when he said that, it kind of gave me this light bulb moment of when I was consuming the ganja, when I was consuming the gush gush, when I was consuming the weed, I was inhaling fire in my lungs, right? And you know how, like to hold it in, you really hold it, get that, you hold it, you know what I mean? I was consuming fire. And he says, I don't consume fire. He doesn't say he does not condone marijuana, the ganja. He don't condone it because he once smoked fire. He no longer smokes fire. He consumes it in a different way. He may put it in his food. He may put it in a smoothie. Okay? So he's not condoning, and I'm not condoning either because I've been there. I've done that. I know what it's like to smoke. I know what it's like to spend my money on that ganja, on that gush gush. I know what that's like. I've been there and done that. See, we have to realize that when we give a testimony, it's because we're testifying on something that we've been tested through. Come on here. We've been tested through. We were there, right? So the Rasta man said, I don't smoke. I don't consume fire. Nor does he eat like plants from, like, vegetables or anything from the stores. I mean, he doesn't cook it. Everything for him is on a natural level. So he eats raw vegetables, which I do myself. I eat raw zucchinis. I eat raw squash. And then there are times that I do cook it, because we have to realize that when you eat it in its purity, just like when I smoked the ganja back in the day, when it was a clean, purified ganja, right? I'm going somewhere with this. The same when he speaks about eating raw, because you're getting the actual nutrition from the zucchini, from the squash, right? You're getting the actual nutrition from it. You're getting the actual vitamins that is in it. You're not cooking the vitamins out of it when we do cook it, right? But I can go either way. I can stir fry it or I can eat it raw. It doesn't make a difference to me. But now with the ganja, now with the gush gush, now with the chronic, now with the weed, now with the cannabis, whatever you want to call it, it is no longer a pure herb, right? Now it is a chemically based, come on here today, it's a chemically based herb, right? Someone had said that they will not allow the pure herb to be legalized, right? They would rather poison it by, when we say poison, we're talking about putting these chemically based things on it. They will rather poison it than use its so that it can be used, to use its popularity as another way to kill people. That's someone had wrote that. Someone wrote that about, as I said, it's not a pure. It's not, it's not a pure herb, right? It's a chemically based herb. That's why I remember watching a video where I saw some young adults who had just finished engaging in consuming fire, and they were literally stuck. It was almost as if they were on a I don't know if you've ever witnessed or seen someone that use heroin, as if they were on a heroin type of a high. Literally, like in a zone that was so deep out there that they didn't even know. They didn't even know where they were, who they were, what they were doing. They were just in this deep zone. Why? Because it wasn't a pure herb, right? They were consuming fire that had chemicals within it that's on it. Again, I'm just speaking my thoughts, my inner thoughts. I'm not downplaying. I'm not downing nobody. Because like I said earlier in this part of my video, I once was a smoker of the ganja. Right? I've been there, done that. I know what it's like. But like I said, in my time and in my era, it was on a different level. It was more a pure herb. Nothing chemically based. We have to realize anything that's chemically based, there is an effect. There is an effect on the brain cells, right? There's an effect on the mind. There's an effect within the lungs. There's an effect within the mouth of an individual that is consuming chemically based herbs, right? So I say all that to say that if you are smoking, if you're addicted and you have to smoke, that maybe do it in a different way. Make some brownies. Put it in a smoothie. But don't consume the fire, especially chemically based fire, right? Since it is legal in some states, why not grow your own? You don't have to have a big old giant. You don't have to take up your whole house and use it as a ganja farm, but just enough to get you by. Just grow your own. Let it be naturally purified herb, right? And prayerfully, one day you would just be high off life itself. The Apostle Paul spoke about being content in whatever state you may find yourself in. Excuse me. Whatever state you may find yourself in. If you don't have it, you still content. You still good. You still happy. If you have it, you still content. You still good, and you still happy. Right? We have to be watchful and prayerful, especially in these times that we are in. We have to be sober-minded, because there's so much going on around us. And this chemically based ganja that's out there now will keep you stuck on stupidness. Sorry, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? People have said, I'm more creative when I'm high. And someone has said something too. Did I write it down? Let me see. I didn't write what they said down. Did I write? Oh, yeah. He had said something. What did he say? Give me a second. Oh, my goodness. I didn't write it down. It was something that someone had said. They said something to the effect of, oh, here it is. Someone had said, weed gets me high when I'm low, but when I'm vibing high, it brings me down. I thought that was deep. Someone, like I said, someone said that, weed gets them high when they're feeling low, but when I'm vibing high, it brings me down. That's pretty deep. That's pretty deep. But yeah, so I just wanted to share my inner thoughts with you all. And just to let you know that, we're in a time right now where we have to really make sure that our minds are tight and right. And as I stated, some people say that they're more creative when they're high. And I'm learning, like I said, from a person that used to smoke, that I find that I'm still creative. Even when I was smoking, I think I'm more creative now than when I smoked. So, I mean, each individual is different on how they deal with their addiction. Because people will say that it's not an addiction and yada, 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 that, because it's legalized. Alcohol is legalized too. It's been legalized. Right? Am I right? Am I right? Am I right? Am I right that alcohol has been legalized and still people have become alcoholics, meaning they've become addicted to alcohol? So what makes us think because they legalize marijuana that it's not addiction? It is. It's an addiction. I can vouch for it. I was addicted to it. You know what I'm saying? I just thought maybe just trying it when I tried it that I'll be good because I didn't indulge like it. But then eventually that trying caused me to be needing to have it. I had to have it. Especially, it's an addiction, especially when you spend money on it. And I'm not talking about $500, like I said earlier. Not a $5. I wasn't a $5 kind of female. I wasn't a $5 female. I paid money because I had to feed my habit, right? If you have a family, you're not just going to, and you go to the grocery store and you have 5 kids you gonna go to the grocery store and you're only gonna get enough food for one day, that's not gonna help. You gotta feed your family. So that means that you gotta make some groceries. You know what I mean? You gotta spend some money and make some groceries. Because that's gonna feed your family. So the money that I gave to the supplier for my goods, I had to feed my addiction. But like I said, in these times that we're in right now, we need to be very aware of our surroundings, aware of what's going on, and that means that we need to be in our right state of mind. Because I'm telling you, you know, the chemically based herbs today, it got some people stuck on silliness. It really does. But anyway, that's what I wanted to share. And thanks for watching. And remember to keep your head up. Because when you keep your head down, you can't see what's ahead of you. All right. Shalom.